Hello, my loves. All right, day 66. We read and we contemplate and we read again. Dear God, what would you have me know today? My love, speak to me. Speak to me often. Do not think that you have to deal with your life alone. I am always here to listen, to hold you, to guide you. Trust in my guidance. It comes in all shapes and forms. Talk to me. Ask me anything. And then trust in my guidance. Your trust is the most important piece. Through your trust, I can reach you. Choose to see my guiding hand in everything. There is nothing for you to do to receive it. I don't talk to you in riddles. I talk to you through gentle guidance. Be still, my love. Be present. Listen to life. See life. I am your life. I speak to you constantly. I guide you constantly. Everything that happens is incredibly deep. Everything that happens is my infinite intelligence at work. Listen, see, feel my gentle guidance and follow with your heart leading the way. You know, my love, your heart and I speak the same language. It is easy for you to understand me. Just listen as love. Love God. Okay, so when I sit down to write, then I'm always, because my mind is my mind, I am always hoping for like something incredible and new and mind blowing. And then something like this comes through, and I'm like, we have talked about this before. This is not new. And then a quiet voice answers and says, but have you understood? Do you live that already? And then I have to say, no, I do not. And this piece of speak to me, that is something that is reoccurring. And it is so important. And I keep forgetting. And I am optimistic that there will be the day and the moment where I am fully there and I don't forget, which that in itself fascinates me of the human nature. If I look at the catalog of letters from God, I have all the information, and humanity has all the information. We can look at all the sacred scriptures that humanity has received in the past thousands of years. And yet we fail to fully live it and integrate it, which that is a fascinating aspect of the human experience. Um, but I guess it keeps it interesting. Even in this question, there's something deep in that. I feel it. And perhaps, most likely, it'll come now that I've just asked this question, like, how is it that we have the information, that we receive the guidance, and we fail to live it? In that, there's something very important from humanity, which I'm open to receive when the time is right, and then I'll share it with you. So, but in this right here, right now, the way it came through before, I worked with a beautiful, wonderful channeler and oracle. Her name is Priyanka Venkatesh. Amazing. I had an amazing experience. many amazing experiences with her. And in one of the things that I did with her, she channeled messages from God for me, which at the time I was just so amazed. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe you talked to God. And now I'm doing it too. Isn't that great? Well, that's great. And one of the things God told me through her was that I am supposed to talk to him and really talk to him as if he was a person in the room and not like, okay, I guess I'll write down a prayer or a meditation or an affirmation and then I have my moment in the day where I address God. No, take him off the pedestal. Realize and accept that his presence and his energy is right here. And when we allow this awareness to seep into our being that he's right here. There's no need to even stop the video to start talking to him. If we do that, when we do that, we take away the distance, we take away the room between us and God. You know, and when we put anything, anyone, God on the pedestal, there's a distance we create. And so as we allow this knowing and this feeling of he's right here, you can just talk to him. It's fine. We shrink that distance and we want to melt it away completely. And in one of the last letters, a couple of weeks ago, I believe, what came through regarding like business, strategic business decisions, like what kind of a program should I launch? How many people are supposed to be in my group? How many spots of one-on-one mentorship do I want to open? Ask God. And so it's coming through over and over again. And I guess I have to like pin a post-it note somewhere here or write it on my hand or get a tattoo. No, I don't think I'll ever get another tattoo. I don't think, but perhaps who knows? We'll see. But have a reminder that is with me always, 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 that he's right here and wants to talk to me. And of course, you know, I sit down and write, but that is one moment in the day. And that is beautiful and wonderful. And that's exactly what I'm supposed to do. And it is also so much easier. I don't have to sit down and write. Of course, this opens a new quality and a more precise channel. But on top of that, I can just talk to him and I can just connect with the energy. And when we begin to do that, the channel won't be working perfectly yet. I remember when I started writing these letters, I sat there and I was like, well, I don't hear nothing. I can make stuff up, sure, to fill the page. It doesn't feel like guidance. And it was like this at the beginning. And then here and there, a sentence would come through. One thing. And a feeling comes with it, or like a whole world, like a whole frequency code that dropped. And then again, a couple days of nothing. But then with time, what's the thing? I always forget the mainstream sayings. Where your attention flows, energy, no, where your attention goes, energy flows. So what we pay attention to, what we label as important in our life will be built, will grow, will refine. And so this channel, this being able to sit down and write. So before I had a podcast recording and I had about 40 minutes. And I was like, so okay, I haven't written today, so I guess I'll sit down and write. And in this moment I realized, oh my God, how amazing is it that I am now at a point where I have a 40-minute window, and with no doubt I sit down and I know that I will write, I will receive a letter from God. And it didn't even take me 40 minutes, obviously, not even 15 minutes. I write slowly, but like like it's usually just one page. That's it. Sometimes it's like a second page, but usually it's that. And that is incredible. That is really, really incredible that I got to that point. And so the way that I have trust in this, I am now called to have trust in a moment to moment conversation with God. And of course, when I do my laundry and I refill my water bottle, that's not necessarily God's business. Like, of course it is, because everything is. And He is the water bottle and He is the laundry too. And He's me doing both of these things. But it's nothing that I necessarily need guidance on. It's fine. It's fine. But when I contemplate things, when I worry about things, when I am stuck with something, or I would love to receive inspiration, anything, plan something, whatever, that's where I am now called to invite God into. And it's very easy. It's very simple, very, very, it's right there. And I believe that is the most important piece. And then perhaps to speak on to this other thing, because it says, trust in my guidance and see my guidance in everything. And it was actually, at some point, at some point, I will look at the sequence of these letters where I was just going from day to day, just one thing, and then the next thing, and then the next thing. And then one day I will look back and I will actually line them up. And then I will see a perfect red string, golden string, just goes through the whole thing. Because what I just realized is that, what did I want to say now? Oh, yeah. See my guidance in everything. The letter that came through yesterday, which I just read before this live, just a couple minutes ago, was on how we create our reality by looking at it. If I look at it this way, I create this reality. If I look at it that way, I create that reality. So now with this, trust my guidance and choose to see my guidance in everything. That creates a reality, life, that has God speaking to me, because I look at it this way, because I choose to look at my life and look for God's guidance. And that is a creative moment on my side, where all of a sudden the situation is, she's guided by her life. And now you can say, well, what about the people that don't have that awareness yet? Is God not guiding them? Yes, He is, but it needs our awareness for the worlds to actually meet. Because He can guide all He wants. If we are not looking and connecting, choosing to see the guidance, take the guidance, embrace the guidance, then God can jump through all the hoops of the universe and we don't get it. So, because this person who is not looking at their life, choosing to see God's guidance, they're just looking everywhere. They're all over the place. And so their reality is not that until stop, choose to see the guidance, then they can actually receive the guidance. And then they live in a reality that has God talking to them. And that's our job. Moment to moment, off the pedestal. Take him off the pedestal. He's right there. He wants to talk to you. It's very easy. All right, we read to close. Dear God, what would you have me know today? My love, speak to me. Speak to me often. Do not think that you have to deal with your life alone. I am always here to listen, to hold you, to guide you. Trust in my guidance. It comes in all shapes and forms. Talk to me, ask me anything, and then trust in my guidance. Your trust is the most important piece. Through your trust, I can reach you. Choose to see my guiding hand in everything. There is nothing for you to do to receive it. I don't speak to you in riddles. I speak to you through gentle guidance. Be still, my love. Be present. Listen to life. See life. I am your life. I speak to you constantly. I guide you constantly. Everything that happens is incredibly deep. Everything that happens is my infinite intelligence at work. Listen, see, feel my gentle guidance and follow with your heart leading the way. You know, my love, your heart and I speak the same language. It is easy for you to understand me. Just listen as love. Love, God. I love you.